I don't know why that keeps on happening, but I think it's my camera capture that's just aging and stuff. That's the cross section right there. I think the brownie's legitness too. By that I mean I think we made a successful fudge. Cheers. Just a decent wrap. It's just a decent wrap right here. Oh, Genshin is actually on mobile, PC, or PlayStation. But if you were to download the game on PlayStation, SAS, you can't be able to use your account, your PlayStation account, on anywhere else for some reason. Because Sony stuff. I'm not gonna lie, this rap like low-key kind of reminds me of like getting something from Starbucks, except I pretty much made whatever I usually have at Starbucks at home. I'm assuming that we're working again, considering that most of you guys are probably lurking or something. Thank you, Keepa, thank you. I'm actually gonna wipe this down a little bit so that way I can use this as a... I can use this to test the bread and the brownie, because fresh baked bread is really good when you have it sliced and ready. Also, same thing with the brownie too. You can always reheat your brownie, because a warm brownie is always like a really good brownie. Of course, gotta have the rest of my wrap. Yeah, it's just pretty good for on the go. With some pesto, mozzarella, some tomatoes and eggs. Pretty simple. Pretty rustic flavor. And it's pretty self-explanatory. It's nothing really special, but I just threw it all together. It's always cold brownies and warm milk. I mean, cold brownies are good as well. Room temperature brownies are just fine. But there's a level of comfort, I suppose, when you have a brownie that's like heated up and warm. Which is why a lot of fancy restaurants, when they do a warm brownie, they, of course it's overcharged, it's overpriced. And a lot of people just like having melted ice cream. Melting ice cream with a warm brownie as part of their sinful dessert collection. Let's take a look at this bread first, though. See how this holds up. So this is what it looks like on the inside. It's kind of pillowy. I don't know if the camera can focus enough. It's pretty pillowy. It's got some air and stuff. Let's see how this is. Oh, the texture is just about right. Not too sweet. It's not too salty. Let's try this piece with a little bit of butter. See how that is. And the reason why I don't go for like the front piece, because interesting thing, if you maintain the front and back pieces of a piece of bread, it kind of helps to maintain the bread's freshness. Oh yeah, this is really meant to go with butter. This is definitely a very versatile dough. You can make hamburger buns with this. You can make a whole loaf. You can make this would be pretty good for dinner rolls actually. If you want to make a morning bun, by all means, this is pretty good for a morning bun. So the recipe I followed was actually for the New York Times Cooking, loosely around Claire Safitz's recipe. She's usually the chef for her own channel, and she's also been a chef for a YouTube test kitchen website. Yeah, a YouTube test kitchen. All based in New York, of course, and she's really amazing at what she does, and her recipes are definitely top-notch. Alright, bread aside, I think the bread's good. Let's go ahead and try the brownie. Okay, so it's definitely holding up really well, and I think we successfully made a fudgy one. Now, I'm definitely a corner piece kind of person. So we got ourselves a corner right here. Let's see how this is. This is definitely not exactly as fudgy as I want to be, but I'm not complaining. I think adding in the aerated eggs kind of got it to get some like air bubbles, like air gaps and stuff. However, what I'm still surprised by is how the brownie still can maintain its shape and stuff even after some periods of cooldown. It's definitely leaning more towards the cakey side, even though I followed the recipe to a T. Maybe it's because we didn't add any dairy products that turned out like this. Brownies are such an experimental recipe, but I'm really a major fanatic for them. It's not the worst brownie I've had, it's acceptable. try a piece paired with a little bit of ice cream and see how that is. That's very true. Definitely can't go wrong with this. It's fine. It's definitely fine. Brownie's meant to be paired with a dairy product anyways to be... whether it be milk or ice cream or whipped cream. Because when you pair it with ice cream, the ice cream helps to go into the gaps of the brownie and actually instill a little bit more moisture into there. It's not lacking in moisture by any means. The addition of the coffee ice cube actually really helps to bring the moisture back. I don't get any flavor complexity because we made brown butter, but I kind of could get a hint of matcha. I was about to say mocha, but mocha brownies would be real good. So overall, I would say, I think the bread is, I could probably rate it out of 8 out of 10 Kinokos, mostly because it would have been almost perfect if the dough was developed a little bit more and it didn't crack. But everything else, the baking came out incredibly terrific. The brownies, I could probably just give like a 7.5 out of 10 Kinokos. The presentation is great. The dough held up really well. The brown butter method is incredibly amazing to do. Definitely worth it. Brownie is pretty fluffy. Once it like dries out and gets to room temperature, I could probably reheat it and it will still be pretty warm and lovely on the inside. And the wrap, let's not count the wrap because that was a totally impromptu thing by me. So, today's recipes weren't so bad. I could say they were, I wouldn't say they were the most successful recipes. I would say they were pretty well done for the most part for what we've done and how much effort and time we've put into making them. So, there's still a bit of time left in Stream Raiders before our next match, so I'm gonna hop on over there. Actually, I do have another surprise I do want to show you guys, but let's go over to Stream Raiders real quick so we can properly break down this. That's actually a term when you're working on a studio production set that I learned. When you're breaking down, you're like taking apart equipment and rearranging stuff and whatnot. That was also a term that we used in my first line of work when I used to work as an audio visual assistant back in college. So, hey everybody, thanks so much for watching that last video. Let's get all this taken care of, break the equipment down, bring everything back to the desk, and I'll put you guys in Stream Raiders in the meantime so I can take the opportunity to play an intermission. Play some commercials actually, it will still be in Stream Raiders, and hope to see you guys on the next session of my cooking adventures when we do our Asian American Pacific Islander specific cooking stream. The recipes for that will be air fried. We're going to be doing some air fried wings, and we're also going to be doing, that's going to be Korean, a little bit of Japanese inspired, and then we're going to be doing some Filipino inspired pineapple rolls inspired by the dessert known as turon. Turon is like it's usually wrapped bananas in a wrapper that gets caramelized and crispy on the outside. I'm going to be doing my own rendition with pineapple because I used to eat at a Asian restaurant where they serve pineapple rolls as one of their side dishes that can be ordered as an appetizer or dessert. It's pretty delicious. It goes incredible with ice cream. Honestly, I think like anything baked or deep fried goes really well with ice cream. Fried ice cream though is a different story. and definitely an interesting dessert for me to try out in the future. And also, thank you guys for like witnessing me using this new funky food truck overlay with the awning. And this is that's what this piece of furniture is called for anybody who doesn't know. This is called an awning. It's spelled AWNING. And I might tweak this format a little bit in the future, but it's kind of fun to interact with, you know, and it gives you guys a literal window for you to look at and a menu so that anybody who hasn't stopped in earlier can see what the heck I'm making. So next session that we're going to be doing, Asian American Pacific Islander cooking stream, air fried wings, and air fried pineapple rolls. Let me go over and break down everything and get back to my desk so we can go ahead and be back at the desk setup for the rest of the evening.